the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Aaron's Hour, coast to coast. That's right. I'm your host, Aaron Phillips. Beautiful day here on the East Coast. Virginia Beach is smoking. We've been in the 80s for the last week or so. This is the weekend post-Easter and Passover, so I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend, regardless of what holiday you were celebrating. Hope you all survived tax day. That was back on the 15th, whether you paid or not my concern, but hopefully you survived it. I want to thank everybody for watching, whether you're watching me on Facebook. You know the channels, WVBV TV, the new affiliate station here in Virginia Beach, with WWDB TV back there in Vegas with my buddy John. Of course, you've got that page. You've got my Aaron's Hour show page on Facebook. You got WWDB TV Las Vegas. Oh, by the way, did I mention YouTube? Same channels on YouTube, WVBV Virginia Beach on YouTube, WWDB TV YouTube. And, Aaron's Hour show on YouTube. But, of course, to make it even easier, a couple of days from now, go to Roku. Download the WWDB TV channel to your Roku. All the shows, the plethora of options you have with Mr. John and the network, everything is there. You can check out all the shows that are all fit to be aired, to be viewed. With that, I want to thank our sponsors for this week's show. Of course, Revealed LLC, tearing off the bandage, covering the wound, doesn't stop the hurt. That's right, my friends over there at revealed-llc.com. You can get their stuff. Check them out. The Voice Hall of Fame merchandise, man, dressed like a Hall of Famer. If you see any of the shows that I'm working with, hosting, producing, whatever it is, shirts, hats, golf towels, bags, whatever you want, we got them there, including WWDB TV merchandise is available, as well as the new WVBV TV logo that you see right here above my head. Look, and I didn't even practice, and I got it right on the first get-go. So you can get all that stuff. We appreciate that. Of course, Tidewater Community College, from here, grow anywhere. There are campuses all over the area here. You've got 4 to choose from. And you know what? It's great. It is great, great, great. I'm so excited today. End of April. We're entering into spring. Hey, John, how are you back there in Vegas, my friend?
Who, me?
Who, you? Yeah, how you doing? Now that WrestleMania is over and things should be quieting down a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, chilling a little bit. So
yeah,
all 92 people that were here for WrestleMania left. So
you counted them?
No, they had a good crowd. They really did have a good crowd. So
the only negative besides the quality of the cards I heard that I've been reading about is what everybody's classifying as price gouging. But hey,
yeah, well, duh.
But if you waited to the last minute, you would have gotten some tickets at some good discounts. But listen, it was a boon for everybody there because, as you know, WrestleMania, the main stuff was 2 nights, Saturday, Sunday, but you had WrestleMania week, you had all the experience stuff where people can go and buy and signatures, and then you had SmackDown, you had Raw, you had the Hall of Fame induction. So there was a lot to go. Plus all the independent promotions had a lot of events going on as well.
And if you tune in a little bit later today here on WWDB TV, you'll see Thoughts Count Everywhere.
Anywhere.
The guys are supposed to be bringing in some videos from, they both attended the events, and they're supposed to be bringing in some videos and some good stuff.
Did they change the name of the show?
Thoughts Count Anywhere?
Yeah, you said Thoughts Count Everywhere.
Oh, well, I lied.
Take your phone call because we'll get ready for Vegas on Wrap 2.0. I got some news and highlights. News with words covering. Here we go. Vegas on Wrap 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
All righty. I have more news and tidbits here from the Virginia Beach, Hampton Roads area, but that's okay. I do have a list. Cinco de Mayo is coming up already. We're almost at the end of April. Next week, I think, next Wednesday is the 30th of April. 30 days, half September, April. There you go, 30 days. If you wait for April 31st, you're waiting a long time. And then Cinco de Mayo is right around the corner from there the following week. So here's some things. If you're going to Vegas and you want to make some plans to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, here's some things that you got going on that you're looking forward to. Clark County events, the Cinco de Mayo art exhibit will be on full display at the Clark County Government Center at the Rotunda Gallery May 5th, 5 p.m. The event will feature culture performances and food while supplies last. And that, of course, is located at 500 South Grand Central Parkway. The exhibit will be open to the public only on that Friday, May 2nd, from 5 to 8 p.m. Additionally, Clark County Commissioner Marilyn Kirkpatrick will be hosting her annual official Cinco de Mayo celebration, set to take place also Friday, May 2nd from 4:30 to 8:30. So if you're not all that interested in the art world, you can go down to the Robert Bob Price Park, located at 5852 East Lake Mead Boulevard, right there at the corner of North Sloan. The event is free. It's open to the public. Promises an unforgettable day filled with culture, community activities for all ages. All right. Now, if you're down in the Henderson area, hey, get ready for Cinco de Mayo Fiesta in Henderson. Mariachi Herencia de Mexico will headline this free culture performance set to take place on the big stage at Water Street Plaza, 5 p.m., and that's Monday, May 5th. The party kicks off with a vendor market, some local bands, Keller Middle Mariachi and Mariachi Plata as opening acts before Mariachi Herencia de Mexico takes the stage at 7 p.m. That's a lot of mariachis. Anyway, so you got that going on at Water Street Plaza. Fremont Street, you got stuff going on. They have a 3-day fiesta featuring an array of Latin artists. Starting on Saturday, May 3rd, the weekend will highlight traditional mariachi music and performances alongside contemporary Latin rock across all 3 of Fremont Street Experience's stages. I know that's going to keep my buddy Matt Mullen busy that weekend, that's for sure. Festivities will begin at noon and run into the late hours of the night, featuring a variety of live entertainment. Late hours, it's as if the Las Vegas Strip closes. That's what happens when you're a 24-hour town, right? The Plaza Hotel has stuff going on. Don't forget, the Strat has stuff going on. And I'm trying to save time for the rest of the segment for all the other news. Cabo Wabo Cantina, Sammy Hager's rockin' strip-side spot. Cabo Wabo Cantina, located at the Miracle Mile Shops at Planet Hollywood, is turning up the heat. The location will be hosting a patio fiesta that will keep the vibes muy picante all weekend long, beginning at 3 p.m. on Friday, May 2nd to Monday, May 5th. Pancho's Mexican Restaurant, Oyo Hotel and Casino all have stuff going on. And inside the Virgin Hotels, Lucia is cranking up the flavor and bringing fiesta to that weekend. Bottomless mimosas, decadent brunch, juicy dinner special, live music, Saturday, May 3rd through May 5th, daily from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Guests can enjoy the brunch offering. So there's a lot going on already for Cinco de Mayo back there in Vegas. Okay, now, Vegas ain't the only one having a lot of entertainment stuff going on. But first, we're going to segue here to the East Coast, to the Virginia Beach area. This article, our mayor here in Virginia Beach shared a story that came out from Forbes, you know, the very famous and I guess respected, I don't know. John, is Forbes magazine still a respected periodical nowadays? I don't know. Forbes magazine, people still quote it, use it? I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, well, thanks for your input.
When they're desperate.
When they're desperate, yeah, exactly. So cities with the best quality of life to move to in 2024 this past year. So there's 15 on the list, but I'm just going to give you the top 3. Number 3 came in at San Diego. Total score out of 100, they scored 89.64. Their crime rate per 1,000 residents is 23.33. Percent of adult population without a high school diploma is 9%. Percentage of students proficient in reading and math, this is a great number, 84%. Air quality index score is a 30. So they were number 3. Number 2 is in the neighboring state here to Virginia is Raleigh, North Carolina. They scored 91.7 on the chart out of 100. They have a crime rate of 28.68 per 1,000. That's high. Percent of adult population without a high school diploma is only 7%. That's down 2% from San Diego. Percentage of students proficient reading and math, 59%, way down from San Diego. But their air quality index was a 40, a little more difficult. Now, number 1 on the list, folks, and I wouldn't be bringing it up if it wasn't Virginia Beach, Forbes Home, their Forbes research. Total score out of 100, 100. We scored an actual 100%. Crime rate per 1,000 residents, 17. Okay, keep that in mind. San Diego was 23. And of the top 15 locations, Virginia Beach was number 1 in terms of the lowest rate per 1,000. Percentage of adult population without a high school diploma is only 5%, again, the lowest of them all. Percentage of students proficient reading and math, only 80%, again, down from San Diego, which was 84. and air quality index was actually pretty good at 22. So Virginia Beach for 2024 was the #1 place around the country. Of the other cities on the list, you had Oklahoma City, we had Charlotte, Miami. Vegas came in at number 11, folks, so that's great for Vegas. Vegas scored 64.2 on that scale of 100 with their grading system. Crime rate per 1,000, 22.67. Percentage of adult population without a high school diploma, 15%. Percent of students proficient in reading and math, and been there a long time, and John can certainly profess to this as well, only 34%. That explains a lot for the school district there in Clark County. Sorry, guys. And air quality index for Vegas was out of 45. So Virginia Beach, place to be, growing, growing, growing. All right. We talked about entertainment. Coming up, we have here in Virginia Beach starting May 21st through September 10th, the Virginia Beach Oceanfront Concert Series will kick off. Now, here's what's really cool. It's right there at the oceanfront along Atlantic Avenue. Well, we say boardwalk, but it's really cement. It's not your typical boardwalk, but it's free. That's the cool part. The schedule for the concert series will kick off. I'll just give you a couple of the first shows. May 21st and 24th. May 21st at the 24th Street Park is Lovely the Band with Manaya. Then DJ Jazzy Jeff, May 28th at the 17th Street Park. Tropidelic and Ballyhoo, June 4th at 24th Street Park. And the Wonder Years, which I thought was a great show. I didn't know that they were a band now. June 11th at the 7th Street Park. You can actually go to their website at beacheventsvb.com/events/category/Oceanfront Concert Series. Each concert will start at 7 p.m. Concertgoers are allowed to bring beach blankets, towels, beach chairs, small coolers, food, and non-alcoholic drinks and strollers. So you can check that out. And there's more to come throughout the rest of the way, all the way up until September 10th after Labor Day. All right, if you're into the air shows, and of course Las Vegas is, because they always had the annual air, they have the annual, yeah, John, I'm working towards it, thank you. They will have, Vegas has the air show out at Nellis. Well, Air Power over Hampton Roads returns to the Joint Base Langley Eustis in Hampton this weekend. Right now, as I'm doing this show, it's happening right now. It will include performances from the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, the F-22 Raptor demo team, and the U.S. Air Force Heritage Flight. The event will also feature additional thrilling aerial performances, static displays, interactive STEM exhibits, vendors, and more. Folks, I encourage you to get out there because I was looking at the site for parking, and all the parking ticket stuff that you can get is just about sold out. Go to JBLE forcesupport.com/Air Power over Hampton Roads 2025. All right, two last quick pieces of business. Old Dominion University, ODU, the Monarchs, where my daughter is gainfully employed. Thank you, Old Dominion. They're going to be breaking ground on a new $184 million biological sciences building. Crazy. Groundbreaking will actually take place on Monday, the 28th, upcoming. The building is going to feature state-of-the-art laboratories, a 120-seat lecture hall, classrooms, facilities to support faculty, student research, and more. The construction project will start in May, and the building is expected to open and be in working order by spring of 2028. Then the last piece of news we have, and this is going to be so cool for our guests who I have coming up. By the way, the folks that are coming up today, and I was remiss in mentioning who my guests are. Shame on me. I'm terrible at this. The Journey of Me program is a brand new nonprofit that I just met some of the folks within the last year. They just opened up about a year ago. Their program inspires children, youth, and families by fostering self-love, strengthening relationships, and offering educational resources for single moms, single dads, and the broader community, creating a foundation for lasting awareness, growth, and connection. So joining me today on the show is President Shayla Clark and a young lady, the contact I came across with, who's also very vital. Kirsten, you'll have to correct me when we come back. I don't remember your title. I know that Danielle's the vice president, but I'm just going to call you the leader of public relations because you were the one I met at Waterside. We'll get to them in a few minutes. But last but not least, Mount Trashmore, which sounds exactly as it is. It was an old landfill that has been made into a really beautiful park. Well, they just completed a $1.6 million renovation in the Kids Cove area, which is on the side of Mount Trashmore up against the Route 264. They included slides, different slide stations to come down the mountain. It's a great lot of fun. It was an expansion project that started in 2024, and they're really catering that to the great community we have here in Virginia Beach. All right, with that, I did all that without breathing. You're watching Aaron's Hour. I'm Aaron Phillips, coast to coast. That's right. Coming up next, my guest, you're not going to want to miss hearing about the latest nonprofit doing great work here in the Hampton Roads area. John, take it away. We'll be right back.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Shrimp Feast.
Shrimp Feast who?
It's the 46th annual Shrimp Feast hosted by the Kiwanis Club of Chesapeake.
Bring your family and appetite on Thursday, May 15th from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. to the Chesapeake City Park.
Tickets are only $45, $55 at the gate.
Yeah, but discounts are available for children between 4 and 12, and kids under 3 are free.
Event sponsorships are also available.
To purchase tickets, call Aaron at 702-286-0063, or to become an event sponsor, contact Fred Woodall at 757-469-4945.
Kiwanis builds communities one child at a time.
With an award-winning and dedicated faculty and 4 beautiful campuses, Tidewater Community College proudly serves nearly 25,000 students a year, 48% of whom pursue degrees that let them transfer to four-year institutions. At Tidewater Community College, 65% of our students attend part-time, so they can earn while they learn, and 1/3 of our students are military-related. Enroll today at Tidewater Community College. From here, go anywhere.
Founded in 2021 by husband and wife duo Jason and Melissa Taylor, Rustic Reclaimed Design is a small business proudly owned by a woman and disabled Navy veteran. Rustic Reclaimed Design specializes in custom handmade and laser engraved products. By combining craftsmanship and creativity, Rustic Reclaimed Design delivers unique, high-quality items. Whether it is a personalized gift, something for the home, or a custom design, their mission is to create a piece that brings your vision to life. Visit us on Facebook by searching Rustic Reclaimed Design. Send an email to sales@rusticreclaimdesign.com or simply call 757-567-2790. Rustic Reclaimed Design is where we craft connections one unique piece at a time. It seems like the cost of keeping the lights on goes up way too often. Do you wish there was something you can do to control the energy costs in your own home to keep the lights on? I want you to Think Energy. Think Energy has partnerships across the country that takes advantage of solar farms. Solar farms actually reduce the dependency on your local electric company by having part of your electricity actually come from these solar farms, which in turn reduces your costs. To learn more, contact Preston Pearson by dialing 229-291-8329 or send an email to cp3foralltime@gmail.com. There is no better time to think energy. All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, coast to coast. I am Aaron Phillips. All right, I corrected myself. Let's bring in my guests today. These ladies have, they are 2/3 of the brain trust that run the Journey of Me program. You can find more information out at the journeyofmeprogram.company.site. And Kirsten, I apologize because on the website you're listed as vice president, but in your bio you are also the president of the Norfolk chapter.
Yes, that was a recent change.
A recent development.
Like 2 weeks ago, I think, something like that. So
Well, I see. I did my research in the commercial break, so I apologize. And
That's okay.
She is the founder and program director of this entire operation, the Journey of Me program. And thank you for joining me today, ladies. It's great to have you, and thank you for taking time out of a busy weekend schedule, because I'm sure weekends for you ladies are probably your busiest time out and about in the community.
Yes, very much so.
So what? So do you prefer Deshay or Shayla? Which would you prefer?
Everybody calls me Shayla. So
all right, you got it, Shayla. How about Madam President? Will that work too?
I mean,
oh, yes. I just gave
be
her
all modest. Go ahead, be all modest.
Well, we appreciate Deshay. So you're the founder. You bring your vision of self-love, relationship building, and education to life. Kind of what we talked about when I talked about the organization. But I want to kind of go a little further deeper, because I'm always enthralled to learn, to find out the aha moment from people why they do things, whether it's new business or they do this or they do that. There had to have been an aha moment for you somewhere along the line that said, you know what, I want to do this because maybe it was a friend, maybe it's something, whatever it is. What can you share with us when you realized the aha moment to start up the Journey Me program?
Yes. So I actually was in the car and I was on the phone with Danielle. So we try to do like a retreat every year just to like take care of ourselves. So literally I was talking to her and we were planning and then I was like, "You want to know something? It's nothing for kids." And then she was like, "It's not." And I was like, "Ha! What if we do this and do like pop-up retreats for kids? We could do their hair and stuff." So it just stemmed from there. And then like it just grew. And like Kirsten came along. She was so happy to be a part of it. And it just went from there.
So I want to share one thing about Kirsten, and I don't mean to embarrass you pleasantly, but
Oh,
it
no.
was at the Waterside Norfolk Market. She was up there on the second floor, and she was blessed to be indoors that day because it was the wind, it was cold. Everybody outside that was out there, they mustered through it. But boy, although when those doors opened from the walkway,
Yep.
Kirsten, you got blasted.
Yeah,
But
we
for
had
the most-
blankets.
But you had blankets. But my wife and I walked up, and I'm always intrigued, especially being relatively new to the area. I'm here almost a year now, so we're still learning about what's going on here. And with what I do, I'm so attuned to nonprofits. And here's Kirsten, my wife and I walk up, and you had all the little trinkets there and everything. And I made a little donation instead of buying to the cause, and she just started talking with me. And I'll tell you what, Shay, I mean, I know you're out and about doing your thing, but Kirsten was such a great ambassador for the Journey Me program. Just the time she spent with us to teach us a little bit about, seriously, about what the organization is about. That's what kind of drew my attraction to finding out more about it. So, Kirsten, how did you get, and I'll just say playfully, sucked into this, that this is something that obviously they asked you, you saw something. What was your aha moment to say, I'm in?
So for me, there really wasn't one.
Okay.
No, so I was doing Shay's nails and she was like, I don't remember exactly how it came up, but she was just talking about, she was about to start something. So I'm thinking like, it was kind of brand new. Apparently it had been in the works for like a couple months. And she's like, would you be willing to donate some time to do, nails for kids? And I was like, why not? Like, what else do I have to do? And then like a week later, she's like, so I know you said you want to be involved, but like, how involved do you want to be? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I need some help. She's like, would you be my assistant? And I was like, why not? I have nothing better to do. And it literally just kept going. And then she's like, wow, I really like working with you. You want to be the basically like a manager at the time, assistant manager. And then it was like, oh, we're going to promote you to the assistant VP. And I was like, okay. So it was like, it was never really like an aha moment. It just kept going. And then just here we are. Like I personally, I love what we do. I've always loved giving back and I've always loved working with kids. So this, it was perfect. So like I said, I have nothing better to do. So.
Yeah, you only just have your own other businesses and stuff to tend to as well, right? And
yeah,
because we all have that. We all have those other things in our life, whether it's family or dogs or jobs or other revenues or whatever it is. We all have that, but we tend to make time for the things that we feel is most important to us, and so we'll always find time to do that. Now, Shay, you mentioned Danielle earlier. Let's talk about who Danielle Simpson is, since she was unable to join our call today.
Yeah, so she is the vice president. So she lives in Georgia, well, now Alabama. So she would fly up all the time. She just wanted to be a part of everything. And her aha moment was the first event. And she saw like how the kids reacted to her and she had such a good time. And she's like, I want to do this. So that was her aha moment. Like, she's really great. Like, she does the running around with the kids and stuff. Me, my energy don't work like it used to.
Nope.
But she does the running around, and me and Kirsten, like, we handle all the like activities and things like that, and it just works well together. all of us, we are so passionate about the organization. Like
Mhm.
we love children, like every child, like it's our own. So we know like the personal struggle, like we're big, like supporters, like we're girly girls and girls and like supporters of everybody. So
Well,
it just like we all like fit like the perfect puzzle together. And that's
It
why I
is.
was
You
so
probably wouldn't
excited.
look like if you're looking in, you probably wouldn't like think that we all mesh, but we actually do. Like we bring our own energy, but it creates like this other
Yes.
energy, and I love it.
well, there's something to be said where units of people can work well together because they bring different strengths to the team. If you all
Yes.
did the same thing, you'd be like, bonking heads because you're all
Yep.
trying to do this, where you bring your strength. Because I noticed in Danielle's bio on the website, it talks about her love for music. And so I'm sure, if she loves music and can do stuff with music that maybe you two cannot or just choose not to do, well, you got her to do that. So the fact that you all have your strengths and can parlay them into one goal, that's the benefit of
Yes.
working together as a team when you can rely on each other. So, but one thing though that we've been talking about, if people are listening to the description, we keep talking about the women and the nails and the girls, but you do support men and boys and fathers and everything
Absolutely.
else. So talk about that as well, because there's the old caveat out there, when it comes to abuse, and I'm only using that as an example for my example. We always hear about women being abused all the time, unfortunately. Men get abused too, but we don't seem to hear that, and there just doesn't seem to be that out there. So conversely, here you have your organization. We're talking about the frilly, like Deshay was mentioning, our getaway and the frills and the now. But you guys do support men and boys, and you talk about the male side of support as well.
Yes. So we do. It's just men like really don't admit that they need help. So we kind of have to
Yep.
fish it out them. But we do, like if men have like we provide haircuts for the boys,
Yes.
like retwist if they have locks. We help like with clothing if they need it. So we have all the same like stuff that are like for them as well. We
I
just
do feel
have
like
more
Danielle, not to interrupt you, but I feel like that's where Danielle really comes in.
yeah.
She's really good at drawing that out of people. Like, she doesn't push to see what an issue is, but she really, like, how do I say, zones in on if she senses anything, but she does it in such a chill way that it tends to get people to open up, specifically boys, like teenagers,
Mm-hmm.
just because she's not pushy about it.
Well, let's
She's so
clarify.
laid back.
Let's clarify why. So I'm going to read this right from her bio. She graduated high school, already obtaining college credits in psychology, and went to attend Georgia Military College to pursue a degree in social work and school counseling. So she has that skill set to properly talk to individuals. And yes, speaking from the male perspective, we are our own worst enemy, right? We won't go to the doctor unless limbs are falling off and blood is gushing. No, I'm okay, honey. Just a little Band-Aid will be fine. And yeah, stepping up, saying I do need some help and I do need support is one of the toughest things for men to do, and for whatever the reason. So it's great that the men are being taken care of as well. What I'd like to do is we're going to step aside for another quick break. I'm not sure if we lost Kirsten, or a lot of times if we do this on our phones, what will end up happening is a phone call or text comes in and it disrupts the feed. So I'm hoping that's all that it is for her. So John, let's step aside for a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk with the ladies about some of the programs that they offer, upcoming events, things like that, how people get involved, all that good stuff. You're watching Aaron's Hour. We'll be right back.
Have you ever wanted to dress like a Hall of Fame broadcaster, but didn't know where to begin? In 2018, Aaron Phillips was inducted in the Las Vegas Entertainers Hall of Fame, and The Voice was born. Aaron has been part of many successful podcast programs, and branding those programs plays a vital role. Visit thevoice.qbstores.com and order the latest embroidered products featuring the logos of many of Aaron's shows. Discounts and flat shipping rates are available on all orders, regardless of quantity, on men's, women's, and kids' apparel, and many accessories. Visit thevoice.qbstores.com and let Aaron's voice speak to you. Have you ever wanted to dress like a Hall of Fame broadcaster, but didn't know where to begin? In 2018, Aaron Phillips was inducted in the Las Vegas Entertainers Hall of Fame, and The Voice was born. Aaron has been part of many successful podcast programs, and branding those programs plays a vital role. Visit thevoice.qbstores.com and order the latest embroidered products featuring the logos of many of Aaron's shows. Discounts and flat shipping rates are available on all orders, regardless of quantity, on men's, women's, and kids' apparel, and many accessories. Visit thevoice.qbstores.com and let Aaron's voice speak to you.
To reveal means to make something, secret or hidden, publicly or generally known. The phrase, covering the wound doesn't stop the hurt, can be applied to any situation and is based on individual experiences. This phrase is not a solution, but our goal is that it inspires you to acknowledge the wounds you've been covering far too long. These words are meant to help you to unlock your inner strength to begin the process of self-healing. Whether you like hoodies, t-shirts, hats, or jogger sets, go to reveal-llc.com now and order what you need to remind you that it's okay to rip off the Band-Aid to begin to heal. All right, welcome back. We're all back in full force over there. Kirsten's back with us. All right, so let's talk about some of the programs. I went onto the website. People can register. They can see what kind of classes and workshops do you offer for all parties?
Yes, so we have a whole curriculum. So it's age based from babies on like up to high school. So it's just basically when we get invited to certain things, it's what they need. So as far as activities for kids for the workshop, like we have mirror workshops where we glue mirrors to paper and let them write positive affirmations about themselves. We have build your own superhero version of yourself. We do speak on self-love and mental health. We have like a self-love twister. We have even for like the high schoolers, like we have positive arguments, things like that are really like healthy.
Okay.
We do a lot of programs.
And how often do you guys present programs? Like how often is the scheduling? Are they all around town? Or are they, now that you have a Norfolk chapter, are they going to be area specific? What's the long-term plan for that?
So it's based on need. So if a school emails us and say, hey, we are having a girls group every Monday and we would like you to come in, then we will go in on Mondays. Some of them are like a half an hour. Some of them are an hour. As far as personal events, we are partnered with the YMCA. So we do events 4 times a year there. Okay. Kirsten has some things planned as well on the outside of the YMCA, like at the parks and things like that, car washes, all types of ideas that she has.
Why am I not surprised?
So we operate like as we are needed.
Okay. So what is upcoming? Do you have anything coming up in the next 30 days? What events can people look forward to?
So we have, it's still in the works, but I am doing a kids' day out for when school is done. So, So for instance, like my kids get out May 30th.
Okay.
So I was trying to like plan it because parents are going to be looking for things to do with their kids. So as of right now, the date is June 14th. The location is to be determined. I have like an idea of where we're gonna do it, but it's gonna be here in Norfolk. And we're gonna do like water balloons. We're gonna do some basic foods like hot dogs, chips, things like that. We're gonna do water balloons. I'm gonna see if I can get a bounce house. Like we're just gonna have it fun for all ages. Gives the parents a break because the kids will be running around having fun. And it's just a chance to get outside, and it's important for kids to get outside, especially after school. And, maybe they'll go to bed and make their parents happy and they get a little break at night too.
Sure.
Maybe me too.
Absolutely, for sure. By the way, folks, I sent John the website so John can put that up as a crawl so people can see it, as well as the email, the journeyofmeprogram@gmail.com. If you have questions, you want to find out more specifically about the program, or just simply write online, right? It's the Journey of Me program. Is that correct? .what?
Yeah.
.company.
Oh my.
Okay, so it is the full thing. The Journey of Me program.company Site is the website. John will put that up on a crawl anytime now. It'll appear just magically. Fusha, right, John? It'll appear. Anyway, so you can check that out. And of course, we're on Facebook. Hey, folks, guess what? If you just simply search the Journey of Me program on Facebook, you'll find it there as well, which is pretty cool. Let me put that up there as well so we can scroll that and make it real easy for our viewers to watch and get all the information about you guys. That's not what I wanted. It was going to give you the email address again. So what if we fast forward? If we fast forward now, let's say 5 years from now, where do you guys want to see the organization?
We want to be like
Worldwide.
across the United States, worldwide, wherever. Like, we just want to help as many people as we can. We don't do it for like money or anything. Like, we do it from the heart. Like, we really want to make the world more positive, because it's been bad these days. It's so hard to be a kid, even hard to be like a teen. So anything that we can do to help anybody, like,
this is our next generation. So we gotta do something to help them, because they're going to be representing us for the years to come when we're not here anymore. So
Exactly. So do you guys offer like tutoring services for students that may need some extra help as well at times? Any tutoring camps? What other things?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But
is that one of those big broad plans that Deshay was talking about that you had in mind?
Yes. Yes. Like, we've got lots of things planned that we're still trying to collect resources for.
Okay.
So plus we need volunteers for things like that. And so if anybody, wants to volunteer that's around here, they can do a background check and hopefully help us out.
Jump at once.
Yeah, right. Hopefully.
Well, Kirsten, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to appoint you the representative on behalf of the Journey of Me. And anytime you have events or needs, email them to me. And when I do a show, I'll be more than happy to put it out there or certainly share it on my social media platforms as well. So,
absolutely.
I just lost my train of thought. Volunteers. Do you have so you said people have to get the background check because you're dealing with youth. Is that correct?
Yes. That's a big thing for us. Safety is a huge thing for us, because we're working with kids, and
do they have to be background checked through you guys only? For instance, a teacher gets background checked through the FBI to get a job at any school district. If they come into you and say, okay, that's great, I want to volunteer, I already have a background check, because is that acceptable, or do they have to still get it through you guys?
No, it's acceptable as long as we can see the background check.
Right.
Like, we just don't play around when it comes to the youth.
No, sure.
And, like, it's even down to us. Like, we're CPR and first aid certified. Like, we don't play around.
No, nor should you. But a lot of places. What's interesting, I'll give you an example. When I was teaching in Vegas before moving here, obviously I had a background check.
Mm-hmm.
When I came here and I had to set up all my paperwork to teach here, which I ended up not doing, they still wanted me to do another FBI background check. And I'm like, well, I already have one on file that's still good for X number of years. There's only one FBI. It's not like I got different branches,
Right.
And I still had to. So that's why I was just clarifying that sometimes organizations want their own through their own channels versus, okay, just bring me paper that says you're approved and we're good.
Right.
That sort of thing. And it makes sense. I applaud you for making certain that the practices and prevention and protection mechanisms are in place, not just for the kids, but for you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the liability is not a pleasant thing if you got an issue, that's for sure. So,
right.
So let's go to the other side of the aisle here. We're talking about all of it, but I will, because I can be brash this way. How are you guys fundraising? You guys got to raise money to do your I know you said it's not for pay, and so that's fine. But you need crayons for these art projects.
Yes.
You need paper. You need mirrors. You need all this stuff. How are you guys fundraising?
We have community nights. We have lots of community nights. You can go to the website and click donate. You can donate there. Venmo, Cash App. Like, we do take donations, even if it's not monetary. We take clothes, crayons, poster boards, all types of things.
Yep.
Okay. So clothes, for instance, I'm presuming young adults, school year age students for sure. Do you take adult clothes? Is your age range of support from infant until death, basically? I mean, I don't mean to be morbid,
Yeah.
but
So we just recently donated a bunch of suits to a battered
oh,
women's shelter. So like we really like we help whatever, and if we can't help them, then we'll find an organization who can, because we try to
okay.
connect with as many organizations as
Yep.
possible.
So I saw on your Facebook page some pictures dating back to the 25th of March. You had some students they were coloring or drawing at, looked like at a school or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
How many students or how many individuals on average do you guys get that actually come to participate in the events and be there with you guys?
Ooh, it ranges.
Yeah.
Like if we get invited to a school, they already have a set count. If we have our own events, we've had pretty good turnouts at our events. At the
Okay.
high school that we went, what was it about? Like what, 20, 30
Okay.
kids, if not more,
Mm-hmm.
walking around the school. At the Y, we've had a great turnout.
Oh, she just froze.
Yep, she probably got a phone call. Yeah, so we get it. It does range on like where we're at, what
Mhm.
time of day, things like that.
Sure, sure.
Um,
So if somebody says to you, all right, Kirsten, here's $100 donation, what does that go towards? So, how everybody tries to minimize numbers saying, $5 a day will feed a kid for a month, that sort of thing. Do you guys have that kind of
Those-
stat?
So right now, like we're doing a couple of senior dues. We have a couple of kids that we're trying to pay their senior dues for. So currently, whatever donations that we get is going directly to them.
Okay.
Because that's a priority right now. Like for instance, we have a community night next week, the 29th at Fuddruckers. Any donations that we get from them, that's going to go directly towards the senior dues for those kids.
Okay.
Because that time is now. Like they need
Sure.
it. We want to make sure that they're able to do what they need to do. After that, if there's not a specific thing that it needs to go to or like a priority, it's going to go towards any future events. So for
Okay.
instance, like the kids day out, that's going to provide the bounce house or like things like that, or the fee for the park. So I don't want to say everything has a specific place that it goes to, but at the same time, since we're here in Norfolk, I do try to like think, okay, well, this needs to go here, things like that.
Well, but if you are putting a fundraiser together for a specific cause, like you said, like the senior dues, then yeah, you can
Yes.
have an event saying, okay, funds raised are going to this.
Yes.
But you have, which is great. Then you have your general funding. You and I talked about the possibility of maybe someone stepping up to being a sponsor of a golf tournament that could raise funds for your organization, tens of thousands of dollars, essentially, while guys and gals are out there golfing, having a good time, but yet the cause being something that would be hugely beneficial for you guys. When you have that kind of money coming in, can change your whole dynamic and speed up your
change everything.
No, of course, and that's not unlike any other nonprofit that's worth its weight in gold. And what it does, they need that support.
Yeah.
And they need it big time. So, listen, when you have these events and you have the need for a host or an MC or somebody just to kind of be the front while y'all are running around making certain everybody's having a good time, let me know. I mean, I'd be happy to come down and volunteer my time to help MC it and help just kind of keep the crowds moving. So
absolutely.
Keep me in the loop on some of that stuff. All right, Deshay is back with us. Now, I presume you guys probably take referrals. So if somebody calls you up and says, I have a friend that needs XYZ, can they call and talk to you guys about trying to get some third-party help for somebody else?
So they can. We do have like a little questionnaire that we would probably say, can I get your email? I'm going to send you this questionnaire. And that way they can, instead of just like saying it all over the phone, they can write down exactly what they may need.
Gotcha.
And send it back into us. We can look over it and we'll be able to be in that moment, be like, I don't know if we can, or, oh yeah, absolutely. We can help with that.
Okay. So you saw
so
that.
we do have like a questionnaire for it.
It's like an evaluation process.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, and it's most of the time it's, oh, absolutely, we can help with that. But in case it's like completely out of the box, sometimes it is. But most of the time, we'll
So you
do
mean there's
everything.
stuff out of there's stuff out of the box? You mean people don't fit
Listen.
into a cookie cutter?
Listen, you'd be surprised.
No, trust me, I wouldn't. I would not be that surprised. So, excuse me. So here's a great thing. So you have your Norfolk chapter. Is that the one and only chapter right now, per se, that's operational?
No, I believe Shayla and Danielle are working some stuff on their end, but since it's a little newer, I think she could probably talk since she's actually there. I think they're still trying to work on some things over there.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now we're just dealing with like community nights and things like that. We're looking into like partnerships with the YMCA down here, the Sportsplex and things like that. So we do help people down here when we get emails for people. So we just helped a family get a bed from Aaron. So we're working.
Not for me, folks. I don't have extra beds, so don't start calling me.
Next thing you know, you're gonna start getting emails. Hey, I need a bed.
Right, I need a bed.
What?
Yeah, we just help the family. We partner with Aaron. So it's more behind the scenes down here until we get established, and we'll be traveling up to Norfolk and working with Kirsten.
Now with Danielle House down in now Alabama, you said, not Atlanta. Are there thoughts of having chapters down there by her?
Yep, we're looking at Alabama, Atlanta, LaGrange, even Americus.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's good that you're thinking that wide expansion. Because in my opinion, people may be listening to this thinking, well, so-and-so already does this kind of work. And I'm glad you mentioned the YMCA, because as I was kind of, when we first met, I was kind of thinking how some of the things that you provide for the community are very YMCA-like. Yeah, you don't have a pool in your building, but the support to the community and all of that. And I'm really glad. I think it makes a ton of sense that sometimes it doesn't make sense to be on your own to do the services for people. But if you can partner, like you guys are talking about with YMCA, boy, because that's broader exposure for you guys by saying, hey, we partner with YMCA, so look for us. And that just helps build your brand. So I'm glad you're leveraging that ability with an organization like YMCA. As a matter of fact, the golf tournament I was down in Orlando at about 10 days ago we actually did a golf tournament to raise money for YMCA South Orlando. So Orlando has such a strong, Orlando does, but YMCA has such a strong pulling name in the community that it makes a ton of sense that that is something you guys would partner with. All right. If you'd like to give the ladies a call and talk with them in person, you can call their office number at area code 757-330-5139. That's area code 757-330-5139. Who's that in the background there, Kirsten? Who you got with you there? I saw him walk by. Who is that? What's up, dude?
His nose.
What's your name there, young man?
Sam Ezekiel. Can you say Ezekiel?
Do you like to go by Zeke? Can we call you Zeke, maybe?
Okay, you're being shy.
He's shy now. Well, good to meet you, Ezekiel.
All right, go downstairs and get something to eat. Go ahead.
So again, the office number 757-330-5139, or as we shared before, you can email them at thejourneyofme@gmail.com. All right, so here's what I'd like to do is I see another half a head stepping up there. Who's that down there with you, Deshay?
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name, sweetie?
I'm Sonic Haley.
Her name is Haley, but she loves Sonic.
All right, you're Sonic Haley. Well, who am I to argue? If you want Sonic Haley, I got the entire world listening right now, so we'll call you Sonic Haley. How's that? What grade are you in, sweetie?
Thank you.
You're welcome. What grade are you in?
See, I'm only 2.
No way. You're 2? I thought for sure you'd be married and have kids by now, or a house and a car. You look so mature for 2 years old. Are you proud of what mommy does for
you?
Okay.
Are you proud of mommy for what she does to help other people?
Yes.
Yeah, you go. Perfect. It'll be an extra gift in your stock. Right, exactly. All right. I don't even. I get so caught up with the kids. I just. I feel like I'm dating myself.
Our world.
Oh my goodness. My kids are 31. I don't get to see them little anymore. They'll always be my little daughters, but they're 31. They're not so little. They break my leg now if they try to sit on my lap.
Can't imagine.
Here's a great thing I can tell both of you. They do grow up. I will share that with you. They do grow up. Okay, so there is light at the end of the tunnel. The light just changes.
The years are short, but the days are long.
That's right. That's exactly right. All right, so here we are. As we kind of put a bow on all of this, let me ask you this question. We got people who are watching. Maybe they're uncertain about reaching out. They may know somebody, things like that. I want each of you to take a minute or two and just look in the camera and talk to people that, are on the fence of asking for help, which we talked about earlier is a crutch that a lot of people can't do, and why they should attend some of your activities to feel part of a community. So, Kirsten, I'll go with you first.
So first and foremost, Shay and I have been there, and Danielle. We've all struggled and we've all been scared to ask for help. But one thing about us is don't be scared. Don't be scared because we get it. I feel like there's a lot of like, oh, I'm so ashamed to have to ask for help. Don't be. It's okay. We've all been there. Whether somebody wants to admit it or not, we've all been there. And if you come to our events, my goal is to try to, sometimes there's a lot of people, so I can't, but my goal is to try to meet every single one of you. So, I could put a face to a name. And I feel like sometimes in this world, people are shamed, not ashamed, are shamed for, oh, well, you should have this together. Like, just no. Everybody's dealing with their own thing, and it's okay to ask for help because you never know when you're going to be able to help somebody else. It's a lot of passing it forward. So even if you're scared, even if your heart's beating out your chest or you're feeling some sort of reach out because I promise you're not going to get any judgment from us. We're going to do what we can to make you feel like you're in a safe environment and see what we can do to help you.
Right on. All right, Madam President, your turn.
Yes. It just takes a village. Nobody is above anybody. Like sometimes a lot of people are comfortable, sometimes even myself struggling by myself, but things are always better worked through like with a support system. And we don't mind being a support system. We are moms, like we are wives, we have children, like we've been there. And sometimes, hey, we're still there sometimes. So
Most of the
like,
time.
yeah, like we aren't better than like anyone. We were put here to do what we love, and that's helping. So if you guys give us the opportunity, let's do this together.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Ladies, thank you for taking some time with me on the Saturday, and love the kids coming in and popping in. They're always welcome to join in because you know what? That really drives home the point to Shay, what you just said, that you are moms, you have your family, you have your normal lives, and yet you're still able to open your arms, both of you and Danielle in absentia, since she's not here, to help others because you are walking the walk and you're talking the talk at the same time. And for a lot of people, that's difficult. A lot of people view asking for help as a weakness. Most people look at it as a strength, though, when you realize that you need other support. So, ladies, thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate it again, folks. So the organization is The Journey of Me. We have President Deshay. We have Kirsten, who's Vice President / President of the Norfolk chapter. That was like breaking news. Okay, that was like
it was, and I'm so happy, and I was so happy to extend that to her because she deserves it. Like she is not
I'm
only
not
a
trying
great
to cry.
friend.
I'm like,
Hush
stop
up.
it.
She is not only
Listen.
a great
I'll
friend.
make a
great
donation
mom.
if you make her cry. Make her cry.
Yeah.
I'll make a
Don't
donation.
make me cry. No, because I will.
She's a great friend. Like she's a great mom. Like she's a great support system. Like she is one of the most positive people that I know. No matter what comes her way, like she faces everything headstrong. And not only is it the journey of me like for other people, but it's the journey of us together. And no one deserves that president title more than she does. So
Like you're one to
I'm
talk. Ever you
excited.
just explained yourself. Okay, that's all you did there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this latest edition of Family Feud. On this side over here, no, just kidding.
Who's better?
That's right. Ladies, thank you again for taking time. All right, everybody,
Thank you.
does it. That does it for this week's episode of Aaron Sauer, Coast to Coast with Aaron Phillips. That's right, I'm Aaron Phillips, because if I wasn't, the title of the show would really be stupid. Anyway, I have no idea who my guest is for the first Saturday of May. You'll have to wait on social media, just like I usually do, and see who we've got coming up. To start off May, can you believe it's May already? My pool is open. The weather's warming, and it'll be hot before you know it. I went to the beach last Sunday. I got scorched. That's okay. It's my early tan. Everybody have a great weekend. As always, as I like to say, please share this thought. Be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. We'll see you next time right here on Aaron Zauer with Aaron Phillips. Thank everybody for watching.
Founded in 2021 by husband and wife duo Jason and Melissa Taylor, Rustic Reclaim Design is a small business proudly owned by a woman and disabled Navy veteran. Rustic Reclaim Design specializes in custom handmade and laser engraved products. By combining craftsmanship and creativity, Rustic Reclaim Design delivers unique, high-quality items. Whether it is a personalized gift, something for the home, or a custom design, their mission is to create a piece that brings your vision to life. Visit us on Facebook by searching Rustic Reclaim Design. Send an email to sales@rusticreclaimdesign.com or simply call 757-567-2790. Rustic Reclaim Design is where we craft connections one unique piece at a time. It seems like the cost of keeping the lights on goes up way too often. Do you wish there was something you can do to control the energy costs in your own home to keep the lights on? I want you to Think Energy. Think Energy has partnerships across the country that takes advantage of solar farms. Solar farms actually reduce the dependency on your local electric company by having part of your electricity actually come from these solar farms, which in turn reduces your costs. To learn more, contact Preston Pearson by dialing 229-291-8329 or send an email to cp3foralltime@gmail.com. There is no better time to think energy.